Hey, welcome to the Manlihood Mancast. Happy Thanksgiving. This is our Thanksgiving special. We got some special guests for you today. Looking forward to it, guys. I hope you have a great turkey day. While you're cooking your turkey, this is a great chance to catch up on everything manlyhood. Love you guys. Let's get right into it.
Men, nobody but you can lead your family and yourself to greater things. Nobody but you can carve your path. It's time to rise up and be a man. Welcome to the Manlihood Mancast with Josh Hatchett.
Hey, welcome. This is our Manlihood Thanksgiving special. And I've got in the studio with me my buddy. He's actually in the studio. Like, look, watch.
Touch me. What if that was just my
Justin
hand?
Willoughby is in town. And I'm like, you know what? I have to record a Thanksgiving episode. And Thanksgiving episodes are even... It's something like it's really special. I mean, like I do a Thanksgiving episode every year. And I really love doing it. Like it's one of my favorite... Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday. And so I was really excited. I'm like, Justin's here. He can do my Thanksgiving episode with me.
This is it's cool because like the only time I ever see this studio is on Instagram and on your reels. And I'm like, I'm actually in here and I can actually go touch the TV behind you. Turn the channel. Can I turn the channel?
Oh, what happens? Nothing exciting.
That's
There's
a better
no
show.
TV.
That show looks better.
I don't know if you can't even get TV over the airwaves around here.
Who needs it, man?
Not me.
We got streaming services now. It's 2023. I almost forgot.
Do you know? It's like when I told you earlier that I don't remember how old I am. So I get it. You don't remember what year it is.
Sometimes our brains just don't fire like they used to.
So Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday. What is your favorite holiday?
I'm your friend, Justin. What is it?
I know what it is. It's Christmas.
You want me to say it? Oh, you were setting me up. Oh,
Like you used to have a Christmas tree up all year long.
Yes, it was a holiday tree.
Like
Josh.
you would, but it was only Christmas on it.
Yeah, but you can celebrate Christmas every day, and even when it's Valentine's Day, you know.
And you would start watching Christmas movies in June.
Christmas in June, like you had to prep for Christmas in July.
What is your favorite Christmas movie?
Oh, that's gonna have to be your own episode. I don't know if I can give you that here. I don't know. I think like I love the Home Alone series. I kind of like Elf, but it's overplayed. I was watching National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation last night.
That's a good one.
It is funny. It's not always appropriate to watch with kids. Well, it's never appropriate to watch with kids, but it is funny. It's a funny show, funny movie.
And while this is a Thanksgiving episode, I am talking about Christmas because I know that it's your favorite holiday.
Okay.
I am the guy that is like, when Halloween is over, when spooky season is over, it's now Thanksgiving season. From November 1st until Thanksgiving. And then it's Christmas. Like that, don't put up Christmas lights, don't listen to Christmas music, don't watch Christmas movies until the day after Thanksgiving.
Scrooge.
Yeah, I'm just saying. That's the way I think it should be.
Grinch. Hey,
But because you're here and I love you, because you're one of my best friends, I will talk a little bit about Christmas movies. My favorite, A Christmas... Well, first of all, It's a Wonderful Life. I think that's actually just one of my favorite movies, not just holiday movies. Just one of my favorite movies because it's great. But my favorite Christmas movie is A Christmas Story.
That's funny. I like Christmas Story.
Did you see... Not the sequel that they made like in the 90s that was really dumb without the same people in it. But did you see the sequel that they made from like just recently?
I was afraid to.
It was actually pretty good.
Okay.
Like it like the tone was right because like the timing now would have been, it was in the 70s, right? So it's got the 70s nostalgia. So when the first one came out in the 80s, the nostalgia would have been from the late 30s, early 40s, right? And so that was the nostalgia. So this one is now the nostalgia of the 70s because the old man isn't the old man. The old man is Ralphie, and Ralphie is an old man. Like he's like a middle-aged guy, and it it gets the tone right. The jokes are still the same kind of jokes. It's not as good as the original. You can't top that.
See, there's no point in watching these for me.
But it's good. It is good. It is worth watching.
Okay.
It's just that you have to recognize it's a sequel.
Okay.
And you can see Grown Up Flick and Grown Up. What's the other guy? There's Flick and
I forget names. I forget your name half the time. What's your name?
Shut up, Justin.
Okay.
Anyway.
So, can I be real?
Yes, let's be real, buddy.
Thanksgiving is it's a holiday I appreciate and I love because you eat a lot of food, right? Like food was this focal point. And here's the problem though. I don't eat a lot of food anymore.
Right.
So now I have to restructure my thought process of Thanksgiving.
Right. And just to give a real quick backstory, like you used to be 800 pounds.
Yes.
799 pounds.
Yeah.
And you lost 600 pounds.
Yes.
And your life is not the same as it was. And you don't eat the same way and you don't live the same way.
Correct.
And you encourage fat guys like me to stop living that way.
I try.
Right. So that's why the food of Thanksgiving isn't quite as exciting to you as it used to be.
I mean, it's exciting. It's exciting. Like, give me all day long, but I don't like how I feel when I eat that stuff. But I like some mad turkey. I'm a good turkey guy. But here's the thing about Thanksgiving, and I'm just gonna give Thanksgiving its time of day, even though I like jumping right to Christmas. Thanksgiving, I wish there were more Thanksgiving type of music or Thanksgiving type of shows or things like that. I feel like Christmas just like pulls over and says, "Hey, move Thanksgiving. I'm going to come on here and I'm going to put Christmas music on. I'm going to put movies on." But like, there's really no Thanksgiving. I look Apple Music or Spotify, all that stuff. I go on there and I'm like, Thanksgiving music. And it really is, there's really no Thanksgiving music out there. Do you know of any Thanksgiving music?
So today we had a Friendsgiving dinner or Friendsgiving brunch today. And I was responsible for putting the music on, and it was at the church. So I looked up a Thanksgiving worship playlist.
Oh.
So it was all songs about giving thanks to God.
Okay.
And that was pretty cool.
There's some thankfulness there. Absolutely.
Yeah, all songs about giving thanks to God, which I think is the point of Thanksgiving. I mean, who are you thankful for?
Right.
And who are you thankful to? I think that matters. And the people that made the holiday thinks that matters. That's why it's there. Whether or not you believe in God, there's a reason it's there. So if you're going to thank the universe, feel free. But I think the person that made the universe is worth thanking. Just saying.
I agree.
Just saying.
I like thanking the creator of the universe.
Yeah, he's a cool guy. He loves me.
He loves me.
He loves everybody.
He loves me. We should fight over who he loves more. Is that true? Can he
I think they did that in the Bible. I think wasn't that like the whole thing?
Would that be crazy if like people got in fights over that? He loves me more. No, well, he actually likes me. He has to love you, but he likes me.
Anyway, no, that's crazy. So, there's, I mean, like from that perspective, you can find music for Thanksgiving. I mean, there's the Adam Sandler song.
Turkey song?
That's the turkey song.
That is overplayed, but I appreciate that.
It's because there's only one of them.
Correct.
I think Zoe was telling me the other day about some other Thanksgiving song, but I don't remember who sang it.
Bing Crosby.
No.
Oh, it's all Christmas.
No, it was a recent one. But they should make Thanksgiving music.
They should. Maybe you're an artist.
Yeah.
I used to be an artist.
You were a hip hop artist.
I was.
Will you write me a Thanksgiving rap? Can you freestyle? You're not as good at freestyle as your rap partner was.
My rap partner Larry he would freestyle like amazingly. I just do like generic things like cat, fat, sat on a hat.
Right.
Rat-tat-tat.
So freestyle isn't
baseball
but
bat.
that's the challenge. So for the next Thanksgiving episode next year, 2024, I want you to write a Thanksgiving rap. Will you do it?
He's going to forget about it.
I probably will.
Sure, I will, Josh.
I'll write a Thanksgiving folk rock song, and you write a Thanksgiving rap.
We should do a folk rap song. That'd be crazy.
Folk and roll.
No, that would be rock and roll and folk together.
You're right.
It'd be folk rapper.
Folk hop.
Rap folk.
Folk hop. We just invented a new genre of music, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. Watch out, Apple Music. Here we come.
We'll be top of the category because there's like...
There's only one of us.
Yeah, exactly. Perfect.
All right.
Okay, so Thanksgiving, in all seriousness, though, like, yes, the food is awesome. What's your favorite Thanksgiving food, by the way?
It sounds so... Okay.
You said you like turkey.
I love turkey. Like, turkey's my favorite. But, okay, that's generic, though. Like, let's go... if I'm gonna be a bad boy, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go to. I really enjoy sweet potato casserole if it's made right. Like so, sweet potatoes with the marshmallows. Like, are you kidding me? Who's?
Go ahead.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
That's
sweet
not
potatoes
made right.
Marshmallows. Like, okay, time out. How would you do it? How do you make good sweet potato casserole?
You put a brown sugar crumble with
That's
pecans.
okay. The other thing, yeah, but then you put marshmallows on top. You what? Where are you from?
I'm not a marshmallow guy.
Okay. So what if you don't like they melt though? You can't even like taste them. Well, you can. Just that's more.
It's
sweet.
okay that you like it. It's okay
It is?
it's okay that Bad Boy Justin likes it.
Bad boy Justin. I like sweet potato casserole. It was done. It was done right. Pecan pie is absolutely great.
Yeah, baby.
We want to go on a list of foods. I think those like something like that. Those would be my top. I used to love stuffing, man, but I do have a food. Well, I have a food I don't. It's not. Would you call it a food? That I don't like. Is that a food?
So Justin and I have had an inside joke for a long time. When Justin was going through his weight loss process, we would talk, and I remember him just talking about how like he would frequently mention this food about how the things that he wouldn't eat and he shouldn't eat, right? And he would always say gravy, always. And finally, like we're talking about, and like we eat gravy all the time, and he's just like, I said, Justin, why do you always dish gravy? Like, why are you always giving it such a bad rap? And he just come to find out he doesn't like it. And then I'm like, Justin, you're gonna come to my house and I'm gonna make gravy and you're gonna eat it. He would come to my house and he would eat like after every Thanksgiving dinner. Justin would come over and have the second Thanksgiving. Do you remember that?
I would have like 4 Thanksgivings.
Right, because we would have friends giving you
Yep.
stuff at church,
Yep.
and then you'd have your family. You'd have 2 family Thanksgivings.
Yep.
But then you would come over to my house the day after Thanksgiving every year, and you would eat leftovers with us because you wanted to try the Hatcher Thanksgiving foods.
Yeah.
And I would try to get him to eat the gravy, and he would always be like, no. And one day, we made you eat it.
I just want to correct him. They didn't make me. I willingly sacrificed. To get him off my back. I tried it. And you know what? I didn't like it. So
Gravy.
I don't. Okay.
So what about so there's like turkey gravy, right? Which is like solidified turkey drippings, right?
That's actually good. Okay, maybe it's the word, but I like if it comes from the actual turkey, like juices,
Yeah,
and drippings.
that's the only way I make gravy.
Well, because like, was it really? I must not like that.
I mean, people make generic gravy.
Okay, I don't like generic gravy
people
at
buy
all.
jarred gravy.
Yeah,
But that's
not
or
good.
pouch gravy.
That's not good.
No. So you actually don't mind it when it's actually made from the turkey.
If it's made from the turkey, I don't mind it, but it's just like sometimes I feel like it's overhyped. Like there's no like it's just kind of okay. Gravy has a unique, distinct taste to it, right? So you put it on your mashed potatoes, you dip your roll into it. It's like, oh, I'm tasting gravy, no longer the roll. Oh, I'm tasting gravy, no longer the stuffing. Like it's kind of like that. It like hides the flavor of everything else. And like now, if it was mayonnaise, I would go for mayonnaise. I like mayonnaise.
Oh, mayonnaise is good.
The mayonnaise is really good.
But I wouldn't eat it on my Thanksgiving turkey.
I would have it on my turkey sandwich.
Oh, yes. Okay, that's good.
That's what I'm talking about.
So how about like sausage biscuits and gravy? Like sausage gravy.
Okay. Now we're talking a little bit. So that's a gravy, but it's not quite gravy. It's not quite a gravy I would categorize as gravy. It's weird. Like sausage gravy is something, yes, and it's a real thing, and it's a gravy.
It's a creamy gravy.
Yeah, it's like a creamy gravy.
You like that?
I don't mind it.
Okay.
Now, it's so difficult. I used to be really large, friends, and I kind of started like pushing foods out of my life that contribute to gaining weight.
Right.
And so I kind of developed a new flavor for food, like a new thankfulness for food, a new flavor of food. My palate has changed. And so I find like I do enjoy things, but it's more rare. And I'm very picky on what I choose to enjoy because I don't eat them often at all. Like for my birthday, which is recently November 5th was my birthday. And so my wife was asking me, she's like, what do you want? What do you want for your birthday? What do you want for your birthday dessert? I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, last year she gave me this big plate cinnamon roll. Like it's like cinnamon roll, like big as a plate. I ate the whole thing. I love cinnamon rolls and it was worth it to me. This year, I didn't know what I wanted. And she got a carrot cake for me, but it was made in a store. And it was just like, all right, that's cool. That's cool. Their bakery does produce really good stuff, really good items. So I ended up trying it. And I had like 2 bites and I was done. Like it wasn't worth it to me. Like it wasn't like amazing. It was tasty, but it wasn't like worth it. So that's where I'm at. I know it sounds complicated. I'm like I'm
It's
like
all good.
teenage girl.
So,
But,
teenage girl.
It's a
This is manlyhood, Justin. Stop being a teenage girl.
Relationship status is complicated. Okay.
All right. So looking at real quick, let's talk about this real quick because I think it's important. So let's say there's guys out there that like, look, it's Thanksgiving, and every year Thanksgiving comes around, and the holidays throw me off of my healthy journey. Tell me how to not go overboard on Thanksgiving Day.
It's really just a choice. It's a choice. I mean, how do I approach this? I approach this in such a way where I know it's a holiday, right? Like, I'm like, okay, I'm going to probably have more food than I usually do. I'm probably going to be trying a piece of pie or two, but I kind of just have it made up in my mind that, all right, I'm going to just choose this. And if I don't like it that much, I'm not going to eat it. How many times have we consumed a food, but we actually didn't really care for it? Like it's good, but it wasn't really, do we take time to actually think, is this really worth it? Like, does this really taste that good? Or are we just afraid of offending Aunt Mary who made that? Are we afraid of like what, because we didn't try it, right? Like they might get upset if we don't try that. That's happened to me before. Like, you're not going to try my pie? No, I don't want to try your pie. And
you try my gravy?
No, I'm not trying your gravy. And like, I take a taste to make people happy. It's a people pleasing thing. Okay. So, but I think if you kind of pick wisely, and I always go for proteins first. Proteins are going to be good. They fill you up quicker. And some people like, I'm not going to touch the proteins. I don't want to be full. I want the other foods instead. I'm telling you, if you do it this way, it can really help you. So go for your proteins, go for your natural foods first. Like, a mashed potato is more natural than a pumpkin pie, right? And things like that. So I would go for the natural foods first, more protein, and then I would go for a carbohydrate source, like your potatoes, your beans, your corn, other things like that. Stuffing. That's gonna be my second choice. It's usually a little smaller. I'll go for more vegetables instead of like stuffing and mashed potatoes, even though I do like mashed potatoes without gravy. And things like that. I don't touch the dinner rolls. They're not worth it to me, even though they're a good appetizer to like, hey, I'm hungry, I'm gonna eat something. They're not worth it. It just doesn't taste that good to me. If you're gonna have one, I don't use butter, or if you like gravy, I use gravy over butter. Not that probably one's not better than the other, but still, like, just make some substitutions. I guess that's what it comes down to. And don't fill up on the desserts, fill up more on the proteins. So I think you can do it in such a way, and don't have it all in one meal. You can make small meals throughout the day. Like some people, they have their turkey out, their stuffing and everything, all the dressings and everything out, right? They have all that there, and you don't have to eat it all at one time. Usually it's out for hours, which I'm surprised we don't get sick from that. But anywho, we go and, every 2 hours, 3 hours, you can go back to it. Like, find, and I would say this, Josh, find, this is where I'm at now. I talked about the beginning a little bit, like, I had to refocus and retrain my mind on certain things. Like, as I'm getting older, I'm not old. I know they make fun of me about that sometimes. I make myself sound older than I am. But as I'm getting older, I'm recognizing things matter more to me than they used to. Like, so for instance, I used to go to these gatherings for Thanksgiving, and I was like, I love this food. I'm going for the food. I'm going to go eat food. Like, it was always on my brain to eat food. It never was on my brain so much that I'm going to be with people I love and enjoy. I'm going to be with family. I'm going to be with friends. I'm going to create new memories. I mean, I just lost my brother, and I'm thinking like, man, if I would have just enjoyed Thanksgiving more with my family, with him, instead of the food, that would have been awesome. I would have had more memories, right? But I was so focused on the food and the other stuff that I let go of that. So I think perspective is everything with this. So my venture moving forward, and I actually just pondered this year as I'm a health coach, and I talk to my clients, and like I talk to them about these things, and it struck me as I was talking to them. Let's focus on making memories and making exciting moments, and being more aware of your surroundings and who you're with, and make that the focal point instead of the food, because food's part of it, right? It's going to be part of it, but it doesn't have to be the centerpiece. The centerpiece is you with your family, you with your friends, you with your relatives, you with those who you love and enjoy. So I think that's a cool perspective to have. Have you thought about that?
Yeah, for sure. I think that's one of the reasons that Thanksgiving is my favorite meal. My favorite.
Food is on your mind.
It is also my favorite meal. But I love, like, we have a tradition that we've built, and we've done it since I was a little kid, is we go around the table from youngest to oldest, and we say what we're thankful for. And it's after dinner, before dessert. And sometimes we wait a while before dessert, but it's just this tradition, and like somebody is always sobbing tears of gratitude, but we just feel so close. We feel so grateful. We feel so honored, and that's a tradition that I love. And that's one of the reasons I love it. And you know, I get that. Like that time together, the time together preparing a meal and cooking and teasing each other and having fun and you know, all those things, like that's really what makes Thanksgiving special to me. So
Yeah. I was on a plane the other day coming from Texas to Pennsylvania. I was looking through my pictures and just was thinking like I would love to make more memories. I don't have enough memories. And then just I didn't remember like going out to eat with my wife or have family gatherings. I don't remember the food that was given. I don't remember the food that was put on the table, but I do remember the moments, and I want more of those. Like it kind of brought me to tears. Like when you're up in the air in a tube and you have no internet, no Wi-Fi, I think unless you want to pay $15, and nobody wants to pay $15. You kind of just left to your thoughts, left to prayer, left to music, left to like pictures, like things, just reading. I mean, that's all you have, and like it strips away the loud noises all around you, and you just have like you're there, like you're present with yourself. And it made me think when I was going through my pictures, I'm like, well, I got a 4-hour flight, so I'm just going to go through my pictures and delete a bunch of them because my iCloud was filling up and everything. So I'm like, I gotta delete some of these things. It was perfect timing. I had nothing else to do. So I was just going through and I'm like, man, I have so many pictures, but not enough of my family and friends. And I mean, they weren't selfies, but they were like just random things. Some were selfies actually, but like, you know,
meme screenshots.
Some of them were, some of them were positive sayings. Some of them were just stupid things I took pictures of, but like I just didn't have many with the family and the friends and all that stuff. And I just wish, I'm going to do more of that as I move forward. I'm thankful for that. I'm very grateful for you. I'm grateful for my family. Just grateful for who I have in my life. And I just want to make more memories.
Well, Justin, as we close our little time here, I'm just going to ask you this question. What are you thankful for this year, man? I know you just said a couple things, but what are you really thankful for?
Like if I could peel everything away, and I want to just say, like, I know this might not, everybody might not relate to this because you might not have a family, but I'm thankful for my family. But in that aspect and my friends, I think you can relate to that though. You know, I think most of the time, we all have a friend or friends who love us and care about us and have a good relationship with them. We should be thankful for that. Like I'm thankful for the people in my life. I'm thankful for the memories I once had, memories I'm going to make. Like those things matter more to me than anything else right now. And being that we lose loved ones and we lose with distance, we lose close friendship, even though you and I are good friends. I mean, we can't be with each other all the time because of the space between states. Like I want to enjoy more of those moments. I want to capture more of those moments. I'm thankful that we can have moments like that and just appreciate them more. But yeah, so, I mean, it's more than material. It's more than just gratification. It's literally like, I want more memories. I'm thankful for the memories I have. I'm grateful that I can have more opportunities for that. What about you, by the way?
So I'm really thankful for my family, for my grandkids. That's the coolest thing in the world to be a grandpa. I'm thankful for my wife. You know, we've been through a lot in the past year, and just to see the growth in her and in us and in our relationship together. But then it's like I said, it's been a real hard year. There's been some stuff we've gone through that no parent ever wants to go through. And going through that, we have really learned to have grace for people, to have patience, to love people even through their mistakes and their hard times. And it's not the way you want to learn that when you have to do it rather than just choosing to do it first. But through the process of that, we have both really we've really grown close. Like we made a commitment a few years ago, and we've stuck through it to pray together before we go to sleep each night. And we always thank God for something. Usually we thank God for each other, but there's always one, and we don't pray for a long time. Like it's literally like 5 minutes. Like it's not a long
That's a long time for some people though.
It's 5 minutes for both of us. You know what I mean? Like it's not a long time. Maybe it's not even that much, but I pray for my wife. She prays for me. We thank God for each other. We thank God for our family. We pray for the people in our family, or if there's something else that had happened in that day that we really need to pray for, we do. But that moment every night is really precious. And there are occasions where we'll miss it for whatever reason. But it has really brought us closer together. And, whether or not you are a Christian, I think most of my listeners may fall into that category. There's a lot of them that might not. Whether or not you are, that ritual of doing something together every night, or expressing that gratitude together, expressing that little bit of concern and committing it to a higher power, which my higher power is Jesus Christ, to make that very clear. But just in that act of committing that, it frees you and it brings you closer. And that, honestly, so of all the things I could have said I'm thankful for today, I think honestly, that 5 minutes every night before bed, that's what I'm really thankful for right now.
That's deep. I want to kiss you.
Right here, buddy.
My brother.
I love you, buddy. Anyway, that's what I'm thankful for. Dude,
That's awesome.
I'm really grateful for you. I'm really grateful that, like, when I found out that you were coming to town, I got to see you. The last time you came to town for your brother's funeral, you were able to stay with us. I hated it because it was the wrong reason to get together. Our hearts were broken for you. Your heart was broken. And we didn't have a whole lot of chance to talk because you had a lot of things to take care of and your family needed you more than anything. So I'm grateful that we just, in this time, it's a working vacation for you. So you're working in, like, we just have not had a whole lot of time while you're up here. But honestly, dude, I'm thankful that we got today. Just this little bit of time. It's great.
This is fun. No, this is fun.
I'm looking forward to having a Friendsgiving dinner with you tomorrow.
Hey,
I'm hoping you don't change your mind on that. I think it's going to be some good memories.
I'm excited. No,
if you eat gravy, I'm getting a video of it. I'm just saying.
Oh, that'd be so
Will you
fun.
try gravy?
Is it for the Mancast?
Yes, I will put it in. I will edit it into this episode if you will try gravy.
I don't know how hard that is for me, but yeah.
I don't even.
Yes.
I'm not even sure who's making the
pressure's
gravy.
on. Pressure's on. I will have a spoonful of gravy.
There we go.
A spoonful.
Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first. So it'll be right after this. We're gonna end this, and then they're gonna show you eating gravy.
I'm like cringing inside. Like you have no idea. You have no idea. Think about the food that you hate the most, and just like think about. Even though I can handle it, I don't throw up or anything like that. But just like there's something about it. And it's like I don't like it. I just don't like it. It's a waste. It's a waste. It's a waste, Josh. What's the point?
It's all good.
What's the point?
Justin's gonna eat gravy.
No offense to the gravy makers out there. If you love gravy, great job. We love you. Salute to you. But this guy's out.
All right. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Justin, for being with us today, buddy.
Yeah, it's fun, man. Thank you for having me. Love y'all.
All right. We've got Justin, and we've got some brown gravy. It's packaged gravy, too, so it's not even homemade. But you said you would do this, and you're a man of your what?
I am a man of my word.
You're
I have
a man
integrity.
of your word. You have integrity, so you're going to try it.
I know. It doesn't mean I have to like it, right? Like, I can say I'm going to do it, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to willingly do it, but...
Justin Wilby meets gravy. Take one. Just one spoonful, dude.
I will, but you have no idea. It's just like...
Why don't you even like gravy?
I don't know. Why don't you like what you don't like?
You can do it. I believe in you. You can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. Philippians 4:13. Look at the drip on the bottom of the spoon. Don't you spit it on me. Is it not good? You don't like it? What do you think? What is your impressions of it? What
Tastes like hot pimple juice. Disgusting. Why? Who does this? Give me some real turkey drippings.
This is the Manlihood Mancast.
Gentlemen, we've made it somewhat of a tradition to ask for some of our podcast guests and other connections to submit a Thanksgiving message. So we're going to get into those right now. This first guest is from EJ Snyder, who is phenomenal dude. He was on Naked and Afraid, and he's also going to be on our podcast very soon. So stay tuned for that episode. Here's EJ.
What's up, everyone? EJ Snyder here, 6-time Naked and Afraid legend. Hope this finds all of you blessed and well. what a great year I've had. A lot of new opportunities, a lot of amazing things happen. I'm super thankful for all those experiences. Super thankful for this guy right here, my buddy Rocco. He's my service dog, and he came around this year into my life, and he's been amazing for me. So, you know, if you have a service dog out there, you know what I'm talking about. I want to say thank you to all the veterans, police officers, first responders, you know, firemen, EMS that are out there for all you do, sacrifice you make as a veteran. I understand what that is. So, looking forward to the new year ahead. I'm thankful for all my family and my loved ones, my friends, and you know what they do in my life. I am humbled by all the blessings I have and appreciative, and I know there are a lot of folks out there less fortunate than us. So this holiday season, go out there with kindness and a smile, and you know, let people know that they matter, because there's a lot of people that are suffering out there. And so be thankful for the blessings in your life, those that are close to you and love you, and be thankful for just being on this earth. God does amazing things. There's amazing things to see. So get out there and start living life.
Our next guest is Sheldon Crocker. Sheldon.
Hi everyone, I'm Sheldon Crocker. It's great to be here with you all. I'm an award-winning speaker, writer, and published author, and advocate for disability rights. If you're curious about what I do or want to connect, check out my website at sheldonstransformativethinking.com. I'm thrilled to be a part of the Manlihood Mancast Thanksgiving special today. Thanksgiving for me goes beyond a holiday. It's a deep reminder to embrace gratitude in our daily lives. This year especially has been full of moments that have truly enriched my life. One thing I'm particularly thankful for is the release of my latest book, The Road to Resilience. The entire process, from the first word I wrote to holding the published book in my hands, was a journey of self-discovery and connection. The feedback from readers has been incredibly touching. Knowing my story could provide hope and inspiration means the world to me. Thank you. And then there was this wonderful project spearheading the initiative for an accessible playground in the community where I live. Seeing children of all abilities playing together was a moment of pure joy. It was a vivid reminder of why I advocate for inclusivity and accessibility. Now I'd like for you to think about your year. Recall those times when you found unexpected strength or experienced growth. Even the small moments matter. These are the experiences that fortify us and give meaning to our lives. As we gather this Thanksgiving with loved ones or in a quiet moment alone, let's inspire our lives with the essence of today's spirit. From me, Sheldon S. Crocker, I wish you and you and you, I wish you a Thanksgiving filled with love, laughter, and gratitude. Thank you for letting me share a part of my story with you all here today. And remember to be thankful, because you don't know what you got until it's gone.
This is the Manlihood Mancast.
Let's hear from Cass Morrow. He was on our podcast in the past. He'll be on the podcast again later in the new year, and he's going to share some thoughts with us. He's a marriage and relationship expert. So how's it going, Cass?
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. And I just wanted to say I am so thankful for each and every one of you. You know, I am a marriage mentor. I'm a coach. I help men rise up to become the best husbands, fathers, leaders in life. And the coolest thing about this is men like you, learning from men like Josh, from the men that come on a show, from following men like me, we're starting to work together and inspire the whole world. I'm seeing a fascinating growth pattern with men leading other men, with men taking the skills that they learn from shows like this, from courses like mine, and taking that into their day-to-day, from their office to their friendships, to their church. It doesn't matter. I'm seeing it everywhere I go now. And this is a massive transformation that I think we're going to see rapidly snowball and just continue to grow and rise up. So guys, this is a very short thank you to you, each and every one of you. No matter how low you get, no matter how tough times get, I want you to remember the impact that you're making. Even one person that you help, that you inspire, that you lead and help them rise up too. This is massively impacting the world. I'm seeing it day to day, and I'm so proud of each and every one of you guys. So thank you very much. Happy Thanksgiving, and we'll see you on the other side.
And we're looking forward to hearing from Don Ross. He also is going to be on the Manlihood Mancast very soon. We'll hear from him and hear about the work he's doing at Manhood Tribes. But let's hear his Thanksgiving greeting.
Hey Josh, Don Ross here from Manhood Tribes. Thanks so much for letting me come on and speak to you and to the Manlihood community and to talk about gratitude a little bit. Man, I just want to say this year I am especially grateful for challenges. And I know that may sound a little weird for me to say it that way because none of us really likes additional or difficult challenges in our life, right? Most of us are trying to figure out how we get out from the challenges that we're in. And I would say I'm the same. I'm trying to figure out how to solve and move forward or move through or move past even some of the challenges that I'm facing. But being in some season of challenge where I have had to figure out new things for my career, new things in marriage and fathering, all kinds of new challenges. I've got teenage boys who are in, just new phases of life as we try to navigate what it looks like in those relationships. But there are just all kinds of challenges, and some of them have been harder than anything I have faced in my life up to this point. And I think my temptation as a man is to kind of say, at this stage in my life, like, aren't I supposed to be past all of this? Like, isn't this supposed to be the phase of life where, I'm kind of like, I got things, if not figured out, at least like, set in motion, and I can watch a lot of stuff just sort of play out. And I think that just isn't true. And I have kind of bought into that myth in some ways that has made me fight against the challenges in a way that hasn't been helpful. So I am learning at this point to actually be grateful for them. That as a man, I need those challenges. They help me to continue to get better as a man. They help push me to be better than I am. They help force me into places where I have to learn things that I haven't already learned at this point in my life. And continuing to be a learner is a really good thing and something that I value. But when push comes to shove and those challenges are making me do that, I don't always want to just get up and go face them. So I'm trying to be grateful for the challenge for what I know is going to be true, is that those challenges are going to shape me, they're going to build me, they're going to grow me, and they're going to make me stronger. And so I want to be grateful for those things and to recognize that God has placed those challenges in my life and given me the opportunity to be better as a man than I have been up to this point. So thanks for letting me share, and I hope that this is a great season of gratitude for all you guys listening. See ya.
Hey, thank you guys so much for sharing your greetings with us for Thanksgiving. And really, I'm grateful that I've had the opportunity to meet so many of you and have some great conversations with you, and look forward to many great conversations. Before we close out the podcast, I always like to kind of throw into our special Thanksgiving episode something a little bit historical. This is the radio address from President Ronald Reagan from 1988, talking about Thanksgiving, and I thought it was very fitting. So let's tune into this, guys.
My fellow Americans, over 350 years ago, a small band of pilgrims, after gathering in their first harvest Plymouth colony, invited their friends and neighbors who were Indians to join them in a feast of Thanksgiving. Together they sat around their bountiful table and bowed their heads in gratitude to the Lord for all he had bestowed upon them. This week, so many years later, we too will gather with family and friends, and after saying grace, carve up a turkey, pass around the cranberries and dressing, and later share slices of pumpkin pie. We Americans have so much for which to be thankful. Think of the great expanse of our nation, the rolling hills of our immense farmland. Even in years of drought, as this year has been, the plows and the sweat of America's farmers call forth from our good earth more food than we can possibly eat. So much food that, taken together, our harvests of wheat, corn, soybeans, fruits, vegetables, and all the other bounty of our land make up one of our most important exports. Not only we, but the entire world can be thankful for that. Millions of children across all the continents are happier, healthier, and stronger because of America's farmers. Now, think of our manufacturing centers. After almost a decade of hard, often painful work, cultivating our industrial fields to meet a whole new generation of world competition, this year we can see the first harvest of that work. Almost every American industry is zipping along at near full capacity. A few years ago, journalists were calling the Midwest the Rust Belt. Now, the Boom Belt would be more like it. From Lehigh Valley and eastern Pennsylvania to Dayton and Detroit and beyond, The factory whistles again sound in the old factory towns, and we hope they'll blow soon where they don't now. By the way, often those whistles are at the plants of entirely new companies, providing new products and services to the nation and to the world. In the past year, America added 425,000 new manufacturing jobs. And when it comes to world competition, no one can stop us now. And that's not the only good news. According to one of the foremost authorities in manufacturing, Peter Drucker, the old myth about low wages and low manufacturing costs may be dead for good. In this age of high technology factories, highly paid skilled workers, America's kind of workers, produce so efficiently that no one can touch them. That's why it's gratifying but not surprising to find out that America's manufacturing productivity has grown at 1.5 times the post-war average during our expansion. And that's why this year, even as European and Japanese manufacturing employment has stagnated, our manufacturing employment has increased. But prosperity is not an end in itself. It helps us pay attention to the more important things, raising our children as we want them to be raised, helping others in need, and bringing nations together in peace. This week, world peace has been very much on my mind. Here in Washington, we've received visits from two of America's friends, Britain's Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher and Germany's Chancellor Helmut Kohl. In our meetings, these two great leaders and I talked about the prosperity that all the nations of the industrial world enjoy, and about the cuts in taxes and the return to the principles of the free market that have made it possible. And we talked about the success over the past 8 years of our policy of peace through strength. Yes, peace is another thing for which we can say a prayer of gratitude over the dinner table on Thursday. Peace and abundance in this land that God has kissed. We will give thanks for these and one thing more, our freedom. Yes, in America, freedom seems like the air around us. It's there. It's as sweet, though we rarely give it a thought. Yet, as the air fills our lungs, freedom fills our souls. It gives breath to our laughter and joy. It gives voice to our songs. It gives us strength as we race for our dreams. Think of those around the world who cannot bow their heads in prayer without risking their lives. Think of those countries where to write an honest word, or even to own a child's simple toy printing press, is a crime. Think of how many countries where to dream of striking out on your own and starting a business is to take a chance not on a better life for yourself and your children, but on a long stay in a prison cell. And then think of how blessed we are to be Americans. Yes, as we gather together this Thanksgiving to ask the Lord's blessings, as we, of whatever faith we are, give praises to His name, let us thank Him for our peace, prosperity, and freedom. Happy Thanksgiving, and until next week, thanks for listening, and God bless you.
All right, gentlemen, you know here at Manlihood that more than anything else, I'm thankful for you. I'm thankful that you guys listen to the podcast, that you guys share the podcast, that you guys interact with it, that you guys are getting something out of it. I know that I'm getting something out of the stuff that I do and out of these conversations that I get to have with great men. So I just want to thank you for giving me the chance to be a part of this. And I look forward to chatting with you guys some more. Love you guys. I'm proud of you. And I'll see you next time.
Thanks for listening to the Manlihood Mancast. If you want to be a better husband, father, leader, a better man, you need to join our private Facebook group, the Manlihood Man Cave. Join today. Please help us out with a like, comment, share, and subscribe. And check us out at manlihood.com.